Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. This is your boy, the coach from the WWE. I would like to welcome you to the very first wrestling podcast in the world to take you on a weekly deep dive into classic matches along with legends of the squared circle. Enjoy the discussion. Enjoy the back and forth. There's so much to get into. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Payoff.
Welcome to an all-new episode of The Payoff. I'm Tom. That's Jeff. We're going way back to 1987. The first ever Survivor Series. This is going to be a fun one to cover. How'd you pick it?
Yeah, last week we had the Chelsea Green debut.
Ooh, Chelsea!
And this week...
Is that good or no?
It's not bad. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. And so I think that this was just so many people, like powerhouses in the ring at this time, like post WrestleMania 3 as well. So we've got that kind of in the rearview mirror and a lot of story with these guys. You know, it's heel versus face. It didn't need much more than that. And then just the biggest names at the time in the ring. And it's Survivor Series week. So let's cover Survivor Series match.
Well, Triple H would have loved this card. You know why?
Why?
Because there are only 4 matches on it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. And I think Survivor Series, every one of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Be fun. All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's get into the build.
Ho! It's time for the build.
All right, so we are in Richfield Township, Ohio. She's outside of Cleveland.
A wrestling hub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Richfield Coliseum saw many great wrestling moments and matches. November 26th, 1987, 21,000 in attendance. We called this the biggest event since WrestleMania 3 with an exclamation point on it. Okay. All right. I'm going to go quickly through these. There's only 4 matches.
There's a lot, though.
There's a lot of wrestlers. Okay. First one. The first ever Survivor Series match on pay-per-view.
Yep.
Brutus Beefcake, Jake Roberts, Jim Duggan, Randy Savage, and Ricky Steamboat, accompanied by Miss Elizabeth, are going to defeat Dangerous Danny Davis, Harley Race, Hercules, the Honky Tonk Man, and Ron Bass. That went 23 minutes. And another 20 minutes for entrances.
Yes.
A women's one. Give divas a chance.
Of course. Gotta.
The original diva, the Fabulous Moolah. The Jumping Bomb Angels. Rockin' Robin and Velvet McIntyre are going to defeat Dawn Marie, Donna Christianello, the Glamour Girls, and our favorite, Sensational Sherry.
Big Glamour Girls fans.
That would go 20 minutes. Yeah, I'd love to know what they're up to now.
Yeah.
All right. Then, are you ready for this one? A 10-on-10 Survivor Series tag team match.
10-on-10.
I would assume that when one guy was eliminated, both men on the team won.
Makes sense, yep.
British Bulldogs, Killer Bees, Rougeau Brothers, Strike Force, and the Young Stallions are going to defeat the Bolsheviks, Demolition, the Dream Team, the Hart Foundation, and the Islanders. And I love it that this tag team was accompanied by Bobby Heenan, Mr. Fuji, Jimmy Hart, Johnny Valiant, and Slick.
The whole manager crew.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody.
I mean, we'll have to go back and watch this. That's insane. All right, and then our main event. We're going to see Bam Bam Bigelow, Don Morocco, Hulk Hogan, Ken Patera, and Paul Orndorff go up against Andre the Giant, Butch Reed, King Kong Bundy, One Man Gang, and Rick Rude.
Wild.
How did we get to this match?
Well, yeah, where do you start? Let's actually start with Survivor Series itself. Like, how did we get Survivor Series? And so WrestleMania, we are post WrestleMania 3 at this point. And so no shortage of people there no shortage of big events. This was really created to counter program Jim Crockett's Starrcade, which was also going on at the same time. And so part of the big draw was this Dream Team elimination match. And so that's where that kind of comes from. And its biggest thing was to counteract Starrcade and what that was doing. So these guys, you had Hogan, of course, beat Andre, slam heard around the world, WrestleMania 3. Andre had really kind of disappeared after WrestleMania 3. He had back surgery. You had Hogan as the champ. But Heenan, all throughout this, Bobby the Brain, had been teasing Andre's return. And so there was a lot of moving pieces with that of like, when is he going to be back? When is not? So, of course, you had Andre, this heel team of all of the heel wrestlers and like powerhouses and just giants. And then Hogan's team, it was interesting because you had a young Bam Bam Bigelow, Paul Orndorff, which we're going to cover a Hogan-Orndorff match eventually here, but they were against each other for a very long time, and so now you're getting them as allies in this one. Morocco is actually a substitute for superstar Billy Graham, who was hurt, and then Patero was actually on a comeback after serving actual prison time, and so all kinds of weird stories with it, but that's happening, and so... But this was billed as unfinished business between Hogan and Andre. And so even though there's 10 men in this ring, the focus is only on 2 of them. And so it was, could Andre redeem himself after WrestleMania 3, or could Hogan kind of withstand this like cavalcade of people that just wanted to see him fall? And so a lot of pieces, a lot of different things happening. But I mean, as I like to say, like, do you really need more than that? It's Hogan and Andre and a bunch of other guys.
Well, I'm looking forward to covering this one. Be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, there are going to be a lot of moving pieces. I don't expect a 5-star, technical showcase here, but I am expecting to have some fun at the first ever Survivor Series.
2 hours and 12 minutes. Survivor Series 1987, Season 1, Episode 1. Jeff, are you ready?
As ready as I can be. I'm excited for this one.
I'm looking forward to this one, too. It's time for the payoff.
Ho! It's time for the payoff.
Look at the look of determination on that Clifton.
The Great Monsoon Gorilla.
Look at that look by the Hulkster. And again.
All right, we're locked and loaded, ready to go here. We got everyone is in the ring. 5-on-5 Survivor Series match.
Look at them all. It's just everybody looks young. Bam Bam looks like a child. Jeez.
This did 325,000 buys, which, as you noted, was a huge success despite going up against Starrcade 1987.
Yep.
4 matches, all Survivor Series. Vince McMahon makes the cable companies choose because they said if they aired Starrcade, they weren't getting WrestleMania 4.
Yep. This is the gigantic Don Morocco working with Rick Rude at this point. Like, just a huge man. There's no way he's not on steroids. Like, yeah, just gigantic.
Still hard to believe that tag match was 37 minutes long.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, there's 4 matches on this card, and it's almost 2 hours and 45 minutes long. And so I get it, but also, and I mean, there is a lot of, as Big E likes to say, like, meaty men standing around the ring at this point. But boy, you had another 5 on each side. That is with a tag match. That's insane.
Well, everyone in here is either juiced to the gills,
oh yeah,
or they're big and fat. Right? You got Andre and Bundy and One Man Gang and Bam Bam Bigelow. I mean, not that they weren't athletic, but then everyone else is all juiced up. I mean,
big meaty men, bumping meat. Bam Bam,
Look at that.
A young Bam Bam, jeez.
So Don Morocco, I don't know much about him. He'd probably be an interesting, like, dark side of the ring.
Something. Yeah.
I don't know we don't know as of now, at least the time we're recording this, we don't know what the dark side of the rings are going to be. We just know that there's a new season.
Yep.
God, I mean, I'm sure there's still plenty of stories to be told. I just don't know what they are. And remember, it's tough because, like, even if you want to tell a story, so I don't know, you want to tell a story about Don Morocco, right?
Yep.
Well, are there enough people that can talk about him? We probably need his family to sign off on it, and for some of them to speak about him. And
yeah. The internet pointed out, like, we're getting to the point with Darkseid, though. One, you could have a Darkseid on Darkseid, like, and all the stuff they've had to probably go through to get the show made multiple times. But then also they feel like, okay, they've done the kind of obvious stories like Benoit and some of these other big ones, the Screw Job, which, the Hell in a Cell. But, like, now they're finally getting into some stories that are like, oh, there's some, like, really messed up stuff that, like, maybe they'll start getting into that. And so there has been a few a few things, wrestlers, committing suicide or, something crazy happening. And so, so there's your first elimination.
all right, Butch Reed eliminated by Hulk Hogan.
And the crowd going nuts for Hogan doing it. Yep.
Hogan high-fiving and hugging everyone. Look at Hogan hugging all four guys. Like, uh-oh. Andre wants a piece of Hogan.
So we're doing the same thing again. Well, he made it clear. Just
This is so hokey. So they're going to say that Hulk Hogan can't face Andre because he already made the tag because he high-fived the guy.
Here's some potential dark sides we haven't gotten into, which interesting here. Bill Watts, training and all of that.
Okay.
That's an interesting.
Oh, another one would be Fabulous Moolah.
Fabulous Moolah would be a good one. They have the Ashley Massaro stuff, and so like, what are they gonna do there?
She claimed that she had sex.
She was abused. Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever it was. Anything on Jim Cornette I see on here. Let's see. We got a little bit of this, but the Ricky Dozan, was that the one that got stabbed or whatever it was?
The name sounds familiar. I don't know.
Yeah, and so there's that. Let's see here. WCW Power Plant, the development system.
Ooh, that would be good.
And so, and the trainers, I see Umaga on here, Crash Holly, the Divas Search Contest, Daniel Pruder. Going off script would be a good one as well too. The XFL, like, that would just be an interesting one.
Oh, of course.
How about the Dying Days of ECW?
Oh,
I know you would be a fan of that. Dixie Carter and TNA.
Yep.
We don't know a lot about that.
You could also do the launch of TNA with, like, Jerry and Jeff Jarrett.
Yep, actually. So,
another one they could do is Scott Hall.
Scott Hall would be a good one. I see more recent one, the Saudi plane incident.
Yep.
When they got stuck over there, and so and all that. Tribute to the Troops episode. That was Ashley Massaro and dealing with all of that. Yeah. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, Vince McMahon, which, come on, that's just not a thing. So Alberto Del Rio. Yeah. That would always be a good one. It's a little bit more about the COVID era. Don't know if that's a dark side necessarily, but that would be an interesting one. So all kinds of stuff out there. I think there's probably no shortage of what we're going to see. Test committed suicide, didn't he? And so I forget, and so don't want to misspeak there, but yeah. Test, Sid Vicious. We haven't seen Sid Vicious in a while.
Sid would be a really good one.
You've got RVD and Sabu's arrests. I don't remember that.
Okay, so that was RVD beat Cena to win the ECW title.
Right.
And then, like, a week or two later, RVD and Sabu were driving and they got pulled over. Oh, they were smoking pot.
That's right, yeah. Heidenreich, forgot about that one, yeah. So,
man, that Ludwig Borga one was...
Ooh, that was nuts, yeah.
Goofy, yeah.
What else? Oh, the Matt Lita and Edge triangle. And Matt, that would be good. Paige and all that, and her leaked tapes, yeah. So that, again, there's no shortage of stuff out there, and stuff that we could see potentially. I'm sure they'll find some good stuff. So, unfortunately, so much of it's tragic because you have wrestlers dying young or, something crazy happened. But so this is, I even had to make sure I knew this. This is One Man Gang and Ken Patera in the ring right now. Yeah. And so don't see that very often, that matchup, but they're out there.
So some of our top Survivor Series moments ever.
Yeah.
I got a list pulled up. I'll go through them. We'll start with 10. The 10 was the first ever Survivor Series. So
we're there.
It's this show.
Yep.
Number 9 was The Rock when he turned heel at the 1998 Deadly Games tournament.
Yep.
1990, Hogan and Warrior teamed up. So that was the one where, I don't know if you remember this, the winners of each match, the survivors, went on to like a final one. So somehow Hogan and Warrior ended up on the same team in the grand finale match of Survival.
This was 1990? I don't remember that one. We'll have to go revisit that.
In 2012, The Shield debuted. They attacked Ryback in the main event.
Yep.
Number 6 was The Big Show. Winning the WWE title.
Yep, forgot about that one. Yep.
5, Undertaker debuts.
Of course. Yep.
4, your boy Goldberg defeats Brock Lesnar in 1 minute 26 seconds.
I was on I was doing something, and I don't think I was on the toilet, but I had enough time to watch that, and I was like, "This is ridiculous!" Like I now too. I appreciate.
Well, 1 minute 26. You could have been at the urinal.
Yeah, I appreciate. We have someone on Twitter I've been having a little back and forth with, and he's like, "Boy, you really don't like Goldberg." I was like, "I do not." Like, yep. So I'm glad the fans know it too.
Where did I leave off?
That was what, 4, I think?
Yeah, so 3 was the Montreal Screwjob.
Okay.
2 is Sting debuting, which is pretty awesome.
Okay.
And then this one said the best was the Undertaker's finale. Just that 30 years after his debut, there's the emotional end. They did the tributes, the hologram, the Paul Bear thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I the whole time I was waiting for someone to attack him.
Yeah, that's
be an angle.
We've been built. So we got Ken Patera has been taken out by One Man Gang, and so now you've got Hogan and Bam Bam going against one man, and then now we got Bam Bam alone in there. Yeah, with him.
I mean, Bam Bam's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
And One Man Gang is just...
It's towering over him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then in the meantime, you got Andre there towering over everybody. Like, yeah.
So obviously this Survivor Series thing ran its course. I mean, the heels, baby faces, 5-on-5. We did the best we could, but there certainly wasn't enough juice in this to do a pay-per-view. And I'd say the last few were pretty bad. Remember the Raw versus SmackDown, blue shirts versus red shirts, kind of goofy. Just looking back at some of the better 4-on-4 and 5-on-5 matches ever. Some of these you're not even going to remember. I'm certainly not either. There was a Team Cena versus Team Authority. That's the one where Dolph Ziggler kind of stole the show, and he was the sole survivor, and then Sting debuted after that.
Interesting, yep.
At the very tail end of this actually is what ended the WWF versus Alliance, WCW and ECW. That was Rock, Jericho, Taker, Kane, and Big Show against Austin, Angle, Booker T, RVD, and Shane.
Remember that?
And that ended Invasion Angle.
Yep.
Kurt Angle turned on Team WCW.
Yep.
Rock and Austin finished that up. So that part was probably pretty cool. There was an Team Angle versus Team Guerrero in 2004. A Team Mysterio versus Team Del Rio in 2010. DX had a team. I kind of remember this one. So
a little bit,
2006.
Yeah.
HBK, Triple H, Punk, and the Hardys against Edge, Orton, Johnny Nitro, Mike Knox, and Greg Helms.
Kind of remember that one. Yep.
Okay.
We've just lost Rick Rude on this one too, and Orndorff has been out as well. So
did we cover Team Bischoff versus Team Austin?
I don't remember, but
this was Shawn, Booker T, RVD, Bubba Ray, and Devon against Orton, Jericho, Christian, Scott Steiner, and Mark Henry.
We did about 250 episodes ago.
There you go.
So
Oh, that's so funny.
back in the archives. Yep.
Yeah. There was a Team Raw versus Team SmackDown in 2005. Team Austin versus Team Bischoff. A different. Okay. And then 1990, and this is the one with Hogan Warrior and Tito Santana against DiBiase, Rick Martel, Warlord, Hercules, and Paul Roma.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing about this show, like, is these matches aren't like, now we had 4 of these, but like the Survivor Series match is not the best match on the card by any stretch of it. Same with like the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble isn't always the best match. That's why I was looking at it. You and I have not covered a ton of true Survivor Series or really any Royal Rumbles because like there's better matches on the cards that are around them usually. And so I see back, we did cover Survivor Series 1996. That was Crush, Goldust, Triple H, Jerry Lawler taking on Jake the Snake, Mark Merrill, Rocky, and The Stalker.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have covered that one.
That was Rock's debut.
We had Austin and Bischoff. I see that one on there. But then we've covered bigger ones like Mankind and Rock, Bret Hart and Austin, of course, and covering that one. I see Bret Hart and Diesel, 1995 on that one. And then we get into this one, and we have a couple others. We do have that Alliance and WWE match on our list, but just haven't gotten to it. And so I think we've got, that's Bam Bam doing a backflip, and then One Man Gang just sitting on it. Oh, boy, that looked painful as could be. Yep. Jeez. So I think that, I enjoy watching these, but to your point about, like, they're so, like, the gimmick can only last so long. Like, they got to do war games with it. Like, nobody cares about brand supremacy anymore. And also, I don't think TKO wants you picking sides on that. Like, why are they having a battle that they don't need to have? Like, let's build some teams out like they have been to get actual, like, stables that take on each other.
So it's interesting you bring up TKO.
Yep.
So when TKO became a thing, their stock price was 40. It's now 187.
Oh.
Okay. Even as early as January of 2024, it was less than half of what it is now. I mean, the upward ascension of this company has just been unbelievable. So you can complain about the ticket prices, you can not like the way things are being done, but in terms of running a highly successful company, they're doing something right.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw, he caught a lot of slack for it, but the Ticketmaster CEO was like, we're not charging enough. And, and there was that is out in the air, and I get it. Like, overnight, TKO raised the prices on these shows, and nobody blinked. And I get that, like, hit them in their checkbook. Like, don't go to these shows. Like, WrestleMania is going to sell out. Like, Survivor Series is sold out. Like, Royal Rumble is going to sell out. Like, that's just not going to be a thing. Like, so unfortunately, like, we are now in the age of this is going to be just how it is. And so, it is like prices are going up everywhere. And eventually that's got to, like, I don't know. Is it bust? Like, Disney just raised their prices. And I saw for the first time ever, a 1-day ticket is over $200 sometimes. It's like you do price out some of these families, like, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I saw some data the other day that most people will buy 2 or 3 video games a year, and that's it. You're not going to a wrestling show every week unless you're that front row green shirt guy. Like, if you say, hey, we're going to save our money and Royal Rumble is going to be the event we go to this year, that happens. And maybe that's the case of like, hey, it is like, and that's why it is that much more important though, that these shows like are good, because people do want something for their money. Like, if I had bought a WrestlePalooza ticket in my town currently, I wouldn't have left happy after spending all that money. Like, it just depends.
Well, I know Kid Rock has been very outspoken about Ticketmaster, as has Bruce Springsteen, Beyonce, Garth Brooks, Taylor Swift, many others.
Yep.
And his gripe centers around the high service fees.
Yes.
So we're just adding money on. All the hidden costs.
Yep.
And then it's hard to describe. You've seen it when you bought wrestling tickets. Something is up with Ticketmaster and the secondary market.
Yeah.
They are screwing around somehow, right? And there's probably a lot of other stuff we don't know about. So, it's an issue.
Hogan and Andre just finally in the ring together.
I can't believe Hogan thinks that he's good at the battle right now.
Throwing chops at each other.
All right, so Hogan dominating, at least for right now.
Everybody cheering. Everybody on the front. That front floor is all on their feet. Yep.
Biggest match of. So it's interesting because back in the day, Hogan tripped.
Who pulled it?
Bundy taking him out. So Bundy was Hogan's WrestleMania 1 opponent. Sorry, WrestleMania 2 opponent.
Yep.
Yep. And then. Wow. Uh-oh. Jeez. So Hogan slams One Man Gang and slams King Kong Bundy on the floor, but just got counted out. So that's how we're getting Hogan out of the match, is he's going to get counted out. He wants more Andre. Refs keeping him separate. By the way, One Man Gang and King Kong Bundy were also counted out. So everyone's counted out. We're down to Bigelow and Andre. And One Man Gang, biggest match of his career, was in March of 1988 against Hulk Hogan on a Saturday night's main event. So it's funny because I don't remember that match, but you figure like the Boss Man match, the cage match, right? That was Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan. Remember all those Saturday night's main events, those would have all been pay-per-view matches, right? So Hogan One Man Gang definitely would have been a pay-per-view match or two.
Absolutely.
If need be. All right, so Hogan's pissed off.
Yeah, and the others are still in the ring in the match because Andre was the legal man.
Okay.
King Kong and One Man are still in there taking out Bam Bam.
All right, so can Bam Bam take out all three of these guys?
Which I guess...
What a team that's still there, though. Andre, One Man Gang, and King Kong Bundy.
This is interesting to me, though, because I looked it up. Bam Bam's about 25, 26 here. And so
this 25 or 26?
Yes.
He looks 45.
He does. And so, but if this is he going to beat him with the elbow drop? Nope. Okay. But this kind of gets him over in a lot of ways too, which I think is interesting. And so he'll go on obviously to do some other stuff, but yeah. So Bam Bam though, right? Like I said, right now, him and King Kong Bundy in the ring. And so Bam Bam working hard. Yep.
He's trying to hang in there. Just pretty odd in this era for Hulk Hogan not to be in the main event,
Right, and Andre to be standing there and have this. Yeah. Oh. I would think these guys, he's got all of them. They're big dudes. They've all got to be, we are at pushing 20 minutes at this point. They got to be winded and tired and out of stamina. Yeah.
One Man Gang and Bam Bam Bigelow had a house show run together.
Of course, yep. I could see
One Man Gang versus Terry Gordy in 1986 for the UWF title.
Okay, yep.
Dusty Rhodes for the UWF title in 1986.
Bam Bam getting the pops here. The crowd seems to really be into it. Yeah.
He eliminates King Kong Bundy. Yeah, Bam Bam was kind of over.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, absolutely.
And if I remember correctly, he came in. I think he came in as a baby face. I'm sorry, as a heel, and then he turned baby face. I can't remember, but they had that outfit, and they tried to
One Man Gang working him on the outside, though. Yep.
Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow. I mean, he quietly had pretty big, pretty good career. I mean, he had the ECW run.
Yep.
Like the match, some of those Taz matches were awesome.
Yeah.
He headlined the WrestleMania against Lawrence Taylor. Headlined King of the Ring 93 when Bret Hart won it. Had some great matches with RVD and ECW. This would be a fun match. Bam Bam, Bigelow, and Vader against the Steiner brothers at WCW New Japan Super Show 1992.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It was described as 4 absolute bulls just beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Bam Bam and Doink had a feud.
Oh, Bam Bam looks just completely winded out there.
Yeah, I mean, he really does, huh?
What kind of odds do you get Bam Bam at this point?
Bam Bam and Yokozuna wrestled on a Raw in 1994.
Boy, that is just your big meaty men. Like, that is crazy. Yeah. Like, good grief.
How tall do you think Bam Bam was, and how much do you think he weighed?
Oof. I'm gonna say, God, he's just one man is just towering over him, and so I'm gonna guess he's maybe 6'8", 6'9", and he's probably at least 350.
6'4".
Oh, geez.
400 pounds.
Okay, yeah. So he's.
So you're right.
He's up there.
Okay, wow.
Oh.
One man gang, top rope. Oh, he missed.
Oh, but Andre's already in the ring.
Man, Bam Bam put up a good showing. So he takes out Bundy and the one man gang.
Yep.
Now we're down to Andre and Bigelow.
I had forgotten too. I had to look it up. That is Oliver Humperdinck.
Yeah.
At ringside with them. Had to look that one up just to remind myself who that was. Yep.
I think I would have got that if you asked me.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So everybody's on their feet, kind of watching Andre, like, and Bam Bam at this point. I would do wonder if these guys ever. Oh yeah, Bam Bam is just done. He can't even really work.
But it's always tough to tell when they're like actually blown up or when they're working. You know.
Yeah, he's rolling around the ring right now trying to avoid Andre.
I love this.
He's moving, but slowly, but he's moving.
Oh, and he just missed. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good.
And Andre kind of working his back now, yeah.
I mean, think about the pain Andre must have been in at this stage.
He's after, he had a back surgery.
Here we go.
With a suplex move. That is a suplex. The Giant wins the Survivor Series.
Okay, Andre the Giant's your sole survivor.
But here comes Hogan.
Because Hogan must pose. So Hogan's got his world title. He's taking out Andre.
Poorly hits Andre with the belt. Yeah, Andre stumbling all over. Yep.
All right, so we'll get the Hogan music and celebrate.
Can't have Andre in the ring last time.
All right, there you go.
Got to go out with Hogan in the ring.
Yep. Finish off with Hogan. Andre wins the match. We're building to WrestleMania 4. All right, let's get to the aftermath.
Ho! It's time for the aftermath.
What'd you think?
It was fine. It was, a bunch of big dudes throwing each other around for 20 minutes, but, nothing crazy. It was fine. It was a Survivor Series match. Like the first main event of a Survivor Series. And so you got to take it for what it is. But I think it tells the story, if nothing else. So I think, it's serviceable, but I'm not, running out to watch this one again either.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they got people to buy this show, so it worked. And you set up WrestleMania 4. Remember, we're heading into the Twins and the tournament, and I mean it was pretty good television.
And they would match up again, but it was in the tournament, and so you had that. And so So this one kind of, getting into it, like you said, eventually it ended up with Bam Bam 3-on-1 against Andre, a one-man gang, and King Kong Bundy. Made him look like a star, pinned the two of them, only Andre, and then Andre, of course, beating him, like I said, with a suplex and a splash, which not really. So, kind of more like a weird underhook or underarm hook, and then kind of rolled onto him. So, but Hogan and Andre never kind of settled their score in this one. You had Bam Bam came out looking like a star and holding his own. And then Andre finally got kind of just a victory over Hogan, even though he didn't pin him. And so, just a lot of moving pieces with that. Everybody kind of went on to do different things, but the biggest one, of course, was, Andre, this set him up to be Hogan's biggest threat moving forward. Main event, he beat him and won the title in February of '88. And so there was that. Hogan, of course, feuded through WrestleMania 4. He had the Mega Powers after that. Bam Bam ended up leaving, unfortunately. He got a short push versus Andre. And some of the others, repackaged as Akeem, left WWE. Rick Rude had his feuds with Jake Roberts and Ultimate Warrior. So, there was all kinds of things. But like I said, this more so accomplished. Survivor Series was a real event. You move forward Hogan and Andre. You elevated Bam Bam, but then you also position Andre to win the title eventually. So a lot of moving pieces. It did a better job of that outside of the ring stuff than the inside of the ring. No PWI on this one, no reviews on this one that are out there because of when it was out there, at least from the big sites. I'm sure there's other ones and stuff that's been written more recently, but I feel like this one's almost a little tough to score. So what are you thinking?
I got this thing at a 4.
Okay. Yep.
So I didn't think the match was great. Didn't really like the booking. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It did what it needed to do. Andre looked strong going into whatever's next, but 4, blah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm at a 3. It just it was fine, but also it's not anything where I was like, oh my gosh, most of what it did was outside of the ring, which, there's something to be said for that sometimes, but this one, it just wasn't as impressive as I thought it could have been. So, I'm going to be a 3 on this one. So, Survivor Series this weekend. Make sure to watch. Obviously, after having this. So, after that, we are on the Cena retirement tour. So, how are you feeling about that? Yeah.
I can't see it.
I know. So, we'll just see. We'll just see what happens here.
All right. We'll see everyone next week on an all-new episode of The Payoff.